Hello, this is Yesha Spread, and we are here on the Legon campus at the Department of Languages to have a chit chat with some students regarding the year abroad issue. So why don't you stay tuned with me, A Suvimwa? Welcome back. We are here with Miss Delis and Mr. Israel. Yeah. So, and mind you, it is French. I mean, we are at the French department, so most of our conversation might be in French. Don't worry, I don't even know how to speak French, but we'll try. So I said bonjour, mean welcome. I'm sure. Okay. So, Miss Delis, you are welcome to your short break.
Thank you so much for having me here.
How do you feel?
Well, I'm fine.
I like the voice. Okay, so Miss Joy, welcome to Yesha's Break.
Thank you.
How do you feel coming here?
Just it's
Nice, nice. So our guests are happy to be here. So, before I start, you do French, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Please, what level are you?
I'm in level 400.
Oh, nice. C'est bon, c'est bon. Okay, so before I start, I want to know what is French language to you? What is the language to you?
So, French, the French language, learning how to speak it wasn't actually something I wanted to do. Growing up, it was my daddy who actually. He used to worry me a lot, unless you have to study French. French would be good for you and all that. So I came to the university and I realized that French is not just a language. You're actually like a family. Learning the French, the music, the culture, their food, it's amazing, it's beautiful. So studying French so far has been amazing for me. It has been an amazing journey, and I thank God so much that my daddy forced me to study French because now I love studying French.
That's nice. Like, did you find any difficulties in learning the language?
No, when we came in level 100, our lectures were very good too because they started from like the basics for us. So even though you had you had been taught in JHS or secondary school, everyone was taught from the beginning. So there were no challenges encountered.
Okay, that's nice. But you personally, did you learn French like JHS, SHS before coming to the university?
Yes, in primary school I started from class 3, so I had a little foundation from there. Yes.
That's nice. And mind you, Miss Dennis is the clerk for Franca Eugene. Am I right?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, so let's come back to the big man now, Mr. Israel. So tell us more about the language. How do you feel learning the language? Learning it, like, just tell us anything about it.
the French language is very interesting. You know, back in JHS, SHS primary, when you are learning the French, people see you like already night Ghana, Lucian, the FI, and those kind of things. But even from that point, though at that point it was a bit challenging and all that, you still find the interest in it. I mean, when you are able to speak somebody else's language, you kind of feel good about yourself. It's like a challenge completed. Monsieur, because I can speak it now, like it's a good feeling. I mean, and then moreover, French is an international language. When you look at Africa like this, most of the countries it's either English or French. The Spanish speaking is only one. The other languages are somewhere at the southern part of Africa. The rest of us, we are both English, French. So it's actually a good thing to learn the French language, and then it widens your scope and your horizon.
So very. Yeah. So I want to ask, what level are you in French? Are you the I can go out and then mostly say, oh yeah, I can speak French, or you're just the one, if you speak, I will speak, but if you don't speak, I'm just there, you know?
I mean, I can speak. If you speak, I can speak. You know, basic communications, but I'm not
I forgot to ask what level.
level 400.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I have great people among me, and I'm just, you know. So, I want to ask, aside French language and maybe English and Tree, do you know how to do Tree?
Yeah.
Okay, so aside these languages, what other languages do you want to learn? Though you don't know, like just the speaking or the hearing of such language makes you feel so attached, like want to learn something.
A lot of languages. I study linguistics, and then with linguistics, they sometimes give you data in other languages. So languages like Spanish, Swahili, Portuguese, all these kind of languages. I have the interest in learning them because they are very interesting.
Okay, so which one have you started? Like, okay, so after French, which one do you want to move to next?
Spanish.
Spanish. What about you, Miss?
I would say German.
Wow, I like that language. It's very difficult.
Yes, I hear, and that is what actually intriguing me to try and study the language after studying French. And I know it will take most of my time, so I'm trying to use my university years to focus on French. After then, I'll start learning German.
Oh, wow. Okay, me too. I want to learn Swahili. Yeah. Have you? Okay, so you have friends who offer different languages aside
Yes,
French,
yes.
right? And have you tried asking them like how the language, how they are coping with?
Okay, so when I was in level 100, I had a roommate who was studying Swahili, and for her, she said it was a bit difficult, so she dropped French. And I also had another roommate studying French and Spanish, and she told me studying French and Spanish is kind of confusing because there are certain words you say in French and you say it in Spanish too, something, but she said it was confusing, so she dropped Spanish. So for everyone says like a language is difficult, but for me, I feel if you put your mind to it, you can actually study it and go out the language.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay, so I want to ask this: what which most people are mostly saying, especially those who are not yet or they are not Legon students. They say that Legon students will like Russian, especially the language departments. Like they like Russian because they knows how to speak some languages or one or the other. They boast of it, even if they don't know how to speak it. They just go about like boasting. Like that. Is that true?
Well,
have you encountered something like that?
No, I haven't. Okay, I hear that like on a regular, people say Legon students like to flex and boast and all that. But with the language students, I wouldn't say anyone is boasting. If you know how to speak a different language, you'd speak it fluently. If you can, you'd speak it. I don't see it as boasting. It's you expressing yourself. Yes.
So, Mister, I want to ask you this question. What do you think if Ghanaians were to hold languages dear? Because this modern society, people are we actually advise, the young generations are advised to focus more on our local languages and then try and forget the foreign language because they feel like there's a technology world, you understand? So we should focus on our local dialect and then neglect or in a way try and reduce how we focus on English especially. So what do you think, what can you say about if Ghanaians were to hold languages there in the next 5 years or 10 years to come? What can happen? What can happen? Can it bring about achievement or failure?
So the thing is that those saying we should hold on to our local languages, they are not wrong. It's true. We have to hold on to it because our local languages are our culture. That's who we are. In as much as we are supposed to hold on to our local languages, we also have to bring in the new languages, the foreign ones, because Ghana, we see ourselves as the gateway to Africa. If we are the gateway to Africa, we should be able to speak all the languages of the world because everybody in the world would like to come to Africa. And if they will have to come through us, we should be able to accommodate people from every culture, every society who speak any language. So if Arabic, French, Spanish, Portuguese, German, anything, we should be able to speak it in this country to be able to accommodate them. In that, we will actually be building our tourist sites and all that, making Ghana a very prominent nation in Africa. So all nations will rather come to us before they will go to the rest of Africa. Investments will come through us before it goes to the rest of Africa. That's what language can do to that.
Nice. So, to you, what's the most important aspect of language?
The most important aspect of language is it helps us to communicate with people from all varieties, all walks of life. So you meet someone, probably you meet someone from Mali, someone from these French-speaking African countries. Sometimes they don't know how to speak English, they don't know how to speak English. All they can speak is French. And if they come and then you are communicating with them, that kind of communication helps you to build bonds with people. It helps you to connect with people all around.
Language is very, very important. So we must hold dear. We have more. Actually, we have lots to talk about. But let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we have a lot to say. Welcome back, and so here shows right here. Okay, so back to our main reason why we are here. What is happening? About the year abroad issue. No, you are the main victim. You are the one who's going through this. So I want to put it to you. I want to ask you, what do you think is actually happening? What do you think is the reason why you, on behalf of those at home, what do you think is the main reason why people haven't gone to the abroad to continue your studies for just a year? What is happening?
Okay, so the issue concerning this way abroad, I don't know. It's at this point it looks a bit complicated because normally during the vacation we are supposed to leave during the vacation before the first semester of level 400 actually begins. But during the vacation, we didn't hear anything from the scholarship secretariat concerning the year abroad. So we were actually hopeful and optimistic. And then school resumed, and then we started asking questions, asking our the people in charge questions. What is going on? We are not hearing anything from them. So they went communications, and they weren't hearing anything from the scholarship secretariat also. Those in charge of us weren't hearing anything also from them. So we had to involve a lot of things, calling in a lot of people before we would hear something from them. And what they came to tell us was that we should hold on. Maybe in 2 weeks they'll give us some information. That was like 5 weeks ago. They told us in 2 weeks they'll tell us what we will do next. Now for that 2 weeks we were patiently waiting for them. We waited and waited and waited. The 2 weeks ended and nothing. We didn't hear from them again. So in the third week, we had to push and push and push, pressure those in charge, pressure those who are supposed to give us information. And then we pressured and still we weren't really hearing much from them. And then later on, we sent some delegates to go to the scholarship secretariat office, and then the only thing we could hear was that they are saying there's no money. There's no money. And from communications with other people, talking with other people, and then with people, we just realized that it's not only University of Ghana that is facing this issue. Other universities, institutions that are supposed to go for a year abroad, they've all been put on hold because the scholarship secretariat is saying that there's no money.
So do you think it's only in Ghana for the schools? Do you think it's only in Ghana?
Yes, at this point, I think it's only in Ghana that this thing is happening to us.
So do you think other schools too go for a year abroad? I mean, aside Ghana?
Yes, other schools are supposed to go for it, but at this point, we can't really expect much because the delay has kept on for so long. Now, University of Ghana is in the end of the 6th week. We are going to the 7th week in next week, and still no information.
So at least before you can go, you have to defer your courses.
Yes.
Okay, so you've already deferred your courses, right?
For we in University of Ghana, our department will handle the deferment of courses.
Okay. So do you still go for class or you home?
At first, I used to come for class to keep myself busy. I was actually first 2-3 weeks of lectures. I was thinking, maybe by maybe first 3 weeks we'll be gone. So we should be keeping our mind busy, and then But you see, after the first 3 weeks, you realize that it's becoming stressful because even though you are coming for class, you are learning and all those things. You won't be examined on it, and then even if you understand everything, there is no way you will be graded on it. You are just learning this for your learning sake, and then you also find out that you can also use other mediums to learn more and then widen your scope whilst at home. So I actually decided that now using the other mediums to widen my scope at home.
Okay, so what is the main reason why you are supposed to go for the year abroad?
Well, it's actually a requirement in our course, a linguistics language immersion program. It's part of our course. It's in our proof of registration. It's also part of it. So we have to go to an African speaking country, immerse ourselves in the language, in the culture, and then in so doing we better our French. We develop ourselves as French speaking students before we come back.
So, Madam Claire, what do you say about all this? I hope you've heard about all this.
Oh yes, I have.
What do you say? What do you have to say about this?
So I know that annually the scholarship secretariat they support universities and colleges in Ghana by sending them for the year abroad, paying the funds and things like that. So yeah, I know it's done. I know it's done every year, but this year it's like they are delaying with the funds. And as he said, I don't know if the department has deferred like the academic year for them. But I mean, even if they haven't, students are waiting. Their parents are waiting. People are just waking up, and all we hear is we can't hear from the secretariat, from the scholarship secretariat. He or she is not there, and the head of our department is also doing so well. He's sending letters, he's calling. I didn't hear the dean of students is sending, even the vice chancellor is calling, sending letters. And here are the lives of students. It's not studying in school is not easy. And then here are students that have decided that they want to go to a French speaking country to immerse themselves in the culture, study everything, study the language, the people, their music, their food. They are giving 1 year of their life for this, so that it would help them improving their language. And then they are home right now. Most of them are not even in school, so then they are home doing nothing. They didn't plan for this.
So do you think, aside the secretariat, or do you think the government can do something about this?
The government the scholarship secretariat is in charge of granting scholarships to students doing year abroad. So they are the ones in charge of it. I don't know if the government can help in this, but right now we know it's in the hands of the scholarship secretariat.
So you're supposed to go, or you just decide?
No, I am not going.
No, you're not.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
You went last year, or
No, I'm not going
at all?
yes.
Okay, so this is actually overwhelming, right? In a negative way. I mean, so right now, if an appeal or anything is to happen, like, okay, you guys are going, and the University of Ghana used to say they want to allow you people stay, like if you want to stay to continue your courses, would you choose to go, or you want to?
At this point, I think it's too late to stay. If you stay, you've started writing IEs and all that already.
So you've not written anything?
And then the workload alone will crash us as students. It will crash us because they've done 6 weeks already. We are now coming to use the rest of the weeks to cover what they've already covered, then cover what they are now coming to cover. So the workload will be too much for us. And if an appeal is to happen, yes, we will be very grateful for that, because right now, anything to make us to speed up the process for us, we'll be grateful for it, because we have done everything in our power as students, everything we can do, we've done it. We've tried everything, and yet still it is not yielding results. most of our colleagues, their parents are pressuring them at home. It's like your colleagues are in school, you are at home, you are not doing anything, you are not hearing any information. Why are you at home? And the pressure keeps on pounding on, pounding on, pounding on. This morning, a friend of mine sent me a message that he's at the point of giving up on this whole issue because the pressure at home is too much.
So what country did you want us to go?
Yeah, we were informed we were going to Cote d'Ivoire.
That's nice. So, you are saying that so whatever happens, you just want to go.
Yes, yes.
What if they say they will let you guys, give you some time to write IA and all that still?
It's even if they give us a chance to write the IA, the workload and the time frame given, it won't help. It will actually affect our grades. And most of us it's not really about, we know that it will delay us by 1 year, our graduation by 1 year. That doesn't bother us. What we want to do is that we want to better our French. Because I cannot study French for 4 years, complete graduate, and not be able to speak the French well. It will actually be like actually came to the course 90. Maybe I came to work for a paper. I didn't learn anything about the French.
So those that are not going, are they?
No, most of them stay in. I believe that most of them stay. They are fluent in the French. They can speak it. Most of them are very good actually. I mean, the level founder student that can do. All of them are very good.
But you're also good.
Everyone is good.
So if you say that, you understand what I'm trying to say.
I understand. You see, it's not compulsory, so you can decide to go. You can also decide not to go. Yes.
That's. So right now you are still waiting. So aside the this latest news that yes, there's no lack of funds and all that. Aside, nothing has been said anymore.
No, the only thing they've said so far is that they've written a letter to the government to release more funds so that they'll be able to send us. So they haven't heard from the government. That's what they are waiting for now.
So if nothing happens at all, what will you do then?
That's what we are hoping things don't get.
So till
yes, we are optimistic that they will do something about it before it's too late for
you
us.
guys have patience. So why didn't you want to go? Like why didn't you? Okay, maybe she's part of those that's already.
No, not that, but like I have, you see, you're supposed to, if you're going to the year boy, you're supposed to now, you be in school for 5 years, and after school, I have personal things I have to do, so I cannot afford to use 1 year to go for a year boy, yes.
Okay, so if you were to go, unless you be paying school fees, they
Going the scholarship secretary to take care of it.
everything, food. Okay, that's nice. Okay, wait, I wanted to ask you the studying French so far. What are some of the advantages you can see clearly that French has? That's the language as such.
Okay, you see, Ghana, we are in the middle of French-speaking countries, and they are all speaking French. And most of them come to Ghana, and even the president even said very soon it will get to a time where when you be employed, French would have to be included in your CV. So all of that's like is an advantage, and speaking it has comes with this kind of flair.
I think French is a romantic language.
Speak a modern language, yes. So it's being you having the upper hand going for an interview for a job in Ghana, as the president said. So it would help you. And also, when the Francophones come to Ghana, you can speak with them. There are lots of market women that speak French. You can speak with them easily, and it creates this sense of belonging for them and even yourself. Yes.
Mr. Confident, what has French language done to you?
French language has actually helped me improve a lot. That's built my confidence, my speaking speaking skills, communication skills, everything. It has actually helped me to become a whole better communicator. And then, you know, now I can, at first, if you speak French to me, even if I understand and I can reply, I don't speak. But now, if you speak and I understand, I can reply in French too.
That's nice. Okay, so back to this whole year abroad wahala. I want to ask. So do you think if new government is to come to power, everything can change, or we will not be experiencing this?
Honestly, when it comes to Ghana, I have no idea because a new government will come in and will still do the same thing or even do worse. So right now, all we have to do is pray for the best because a new government or not, they also have what they want to come and take from us. So as to whether they will take the lives of the citizens as their priority or their own personal gains, that will leave it all up to God. So we just have to pray for the best.
What do you think?
Well, I think it's all about how we set our priorities. If the education is actually a priority in this country, we wouldn't be facing this issue. If maybe there were no funds, we would have been told earlier, something would have been done earlier, and then by now would have been gone. But I see it as the education hasn't been set as a priority, so they've delayed us to now, and then they are now telling us that there are no funds. So the priority, they should make education a priority. That is what will be beneficial to all of us.
That's nice. So we all just hope that things turn out in a better way. After that's all we are all hoping for.
Yes.
Okay, so this is where we will end our interview or chit chat conversation. I'm really glad having you both here. Trust me, it has been an amazing conversation with you two. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so I want to do this 1, 2, 3 like chit chat game with you guys. Okay, so I want to start with you. Ghana or France?
Let's take both.
No, choose one.
Ghana.
Ghana. Okay, nice. German language or French language?
Oh, French language.
I thought you choose.
Oh, French is my heart too.
That's nice. That's okay. Nurse or doctor?
Doctor.
Obviously. Why would I even ask that? Okay, so a lecturer or a teacher? You want money? Okay, so this is where we'll end. Still encouraging you to follow us on our various social media platforms: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere. Follow Yesha Spread because we have more entertaining content right for you. So stay tuned, watch out. Thank you. Bye. Cheers.